guy came to me, and we sat down in my office and enjoying beer. And he noticed this book is already old.
Yeah.
Right. And said, yes, exactly. He said, oh, it should be updated because now many things change.
Yeah.
So you should update. So he recommend to update, right? So I suggest what kind of agenda is good to add, and he said something is coming in from Germany.
Yeah.
And he said it's Industry 4.0. By the way, at the time we didn't have so much information for Industry 4.0.
So 2014.
Yes, still Korea was still behind. So he and I said, okay, let's do it. Let's study together and then let's publish a book together. And I couldn't prepare a real book, but anyway, this is an ebook, by the way. So I start to write. Actually, study first.
Yeah.
And second, we publish new book for this one. This is Industry 4.0 in Korea. And then this is first book in Korea. So after this, I became very busy. I always in the conference room to share what we found.
Make a presentation.
Right. Presentation, meeting, discussion. Yes.
But how do people know you know this?
Right. As you know, so that's interesting because people coming in and they suggest me to build organization, association, something like this.
Yeah.
And then I was hesitating a little bit because I know what that means because I have to prepare a lot.
Yeah.
If we build up some organization, that's not simple. Sometimes it's because it requires some process. After this book published, many other books followed. So similar books. I would say almost 200 books now available in the market. Books.
In Korea.
Yes.
Wow.
So that's I think passion in Korea.
Interesting. So you started 2014. You guys were the first one created this, bring up the awareness for everybody in Korea, and then there are 200 more people joining in, write a book, 1,400 people that joined the association. And that's the Industry 4.0 Association.
Right.
I
And also there started another organization similar because people had some different view, different interest.
Yeah.
Start to group and okay, let's do this, let's do this. So we have many different organizations already in Korea.
Interesting, right? So this is a private association.
It is a non-profit. Non-profit. Yeah. So nobody own that.
Yeah. But it's not the government.
No government.
Not.
So I think China improved a lot. But now they're looking for another level.
Correct.
That is design capability, product development capability, and so on. And I think they got already some level.
Mm-hmm.
And when I spent for last 10 years, what I found was they always looking for, by the way, not second or not third in Korea, best one. Give me best one. What this means? They are really eager to be number one.
Very
Right. So ambitious, and actually they were interested like what Samsung is doing or what Hyundai is doing, something like so. They were not interested in other level of technology. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. But they are always interesting for the advanced ones.
Correct.
Okay? So I found, the China already moved to now manufacturing, but also product development. By the way, also moving to leadership now.
Yeah.
So, by the way, this is, slightly different story. I know some big company in China, they already adopt or apply this kind of innovation. For example, Huawei or Foxconn, or maybe more sort of folks like that. That's what I found as an example. But what about the other level? Tier 1, Tier 2, medium size or small size? Far from it. Far from it. It's a totally different story. Korea experienced this. We already go through from the big company to now small company.
So entire chain.
Exactly. So this is I think this is a new area, okay, where China maybe
Kind of.
want to get it someday soon, because it means improvement of the quality,
Sure.
improvement of the productivity,
Efficiency.
and also whatever. So they are still strong for the labor cost, but they are getting mature and mature, increase. So they should have something other,
Correct.
right?
Beyond.
Yes. So in this sense, China, not yet. I would say they are not ready to implement all of this, but we'll get.
But then you have a goal. If you don't know where you're heading, you would never get to there. So you probably can help them to set the direction. Because they're the
Exactly. So problem was the pandemic. I couldn't visit China. I had to visit as I did for last 10 years.
Yeah.
But I could.
Sure. Now this is open.
There were lots of solution companies or consulting firm and so on in Korea.
Yeah.
Do you know how many solution companies we have in Korea? How many?
You tell me.
Okay, do.
In 2000?
Very close. Slightly higher. We have officially 1,800
Wow.
solution companies
That's a year.
working for local market here. And so what is the status, by the way?
Yeah.
It's a strong competition, by the way,
Yeah.
because the market is so small.
Sure. But why they don't go out? Why they don't say Muslim sure?
Good question. So many reasons. First reason is I would say product development or other scientific or other general issue. That's different from manufacturing.
Correct.
Manufacturing is very much specific and customized.
Yeah.
So first, I would say we have to prepare for that. Number one, as a communication tool, like maybe this is one example.
Yeah.
Not only this one, but still language issue also. That's a critical.
Sure.
Sometimes.
Communication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to communicate
Yeah.
without the right translation. So if they can communicate directly without translation, that's the best.
That's the best.
But it's not only the language issue. If they don't understand really industry
Correct.
or the situation there, it's hard to communicate.
Yeah.
So in this sense, the 1,800 companies, they are not fully ready.
I see.
to help them.
Because they don't know their issue,
Right,
their
right.
situation.
They are now study here first. No,
I see.
that's all I can say.
Uh-huh.
But someday, I believe they can be very, eager to go also. But
Yeah.
are also helpful for China or South Asia or whatever, North America.
But even Korean have company in China. For example, I know a lot of business owners are Korean, but they've been there like 20 years.
Yeah.
Even their second generation now start to work in the factory because
Yeah, that's a better condition now, right? Getting better.
great. So maybe that's a better cut in because at least you have some common ground with the Korean cultural, and then of course they're in different country, then they have different sets of regulation, different sets of cultural constraints. But this is great because even we came from America, so supposedly Americans more advanced. In reality, it's not.
Yeah.
When I try to approach multi-billion-dollar company, I asked their executive, where do you see Industry 4.0 going? They don't even know about it. So even they never even heard of it. Of course, they're not building any roadmap. Of course, they're not making this as part of the strategy. So I see actually in America, they have really large appetite for somebody like you to give them education, training, pointed out, you could do this because Americans all about efficiency, especially now after pandemic. Labor is number one issue. And number two, broken supply chain. Number three, people are so scared because pandemic caused people realize can't rely on China, they can't rely on overseas, you have to do localization. So when they try to bring supply chain back onshore, they're really facing huge challenges. So there's so many factors. People are really just see the cost, goes through the roof. That's why inflation has been so, uncontrollable right now in the U.S. So I see this as a really good opportunity. That's why we built this mission to promote Industry 4.0. And we realized because in America, most company wasn't really in this. That's why we travel here. I want to have a chance to talk to people like you. We're going to go Thailand. And I'm also going to interview people in Thailand. And then we're going to go Japan, which is the same thing. And we will be back Korea, February 8th. But then we're going to head to Malaysia, head to Vietnam, and Singapore. Because Singapore is a little bit ahead. Yes. But I stay away from China right now. Even China is my best bet.
Me born in China, so you will understand very well.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I'm Chinese. So, yeah. By the time I left China to America, I'm already adult. I already got my engineering degree, already educated there, completely understand how the business environment is. But then I moved to U.S. and started our business. But long story short, we're super passionate about this. But we also see globally, there's a need for people to train, people to bring up the awareness. A lot of companies want to do this. It's just for the word. A lot of companies never even heard the word.
Okay.
And like I told you, I have a large network of Chinese company. I have a large network of American company, European company. Almost every one of them, if I tell them, hey, we have the expertise with Industry 4.0. Would you love to hear it? Would you like to? I'm sure there's a lot of audience where other people be interested. But they don't even know where to start.
Just right. And the other the barrier we face is actually Industry 4.0 is evolving. So someone actually I'm the expert for fintech. So I would say Industry 4.0 meaning fintech. And someone say, I'm expert for vehicle and autonomous vehicle, electric vehicle. That's the Industry 4.0. Someone insists like that, okay?
Yeah.
So at the beginning, 2015, 2016, there were many instances like that. But it was getting more, majority of people say, oh, yes, it's okay, but maybe we are talking about more or less smart factory or smart manufacturing as a core part of Industry 4.0. So that was a more or less a consensus. So we were moving on.
Yeah.
Now we have someone say, oh, by the way, digital transformation. This is more better to explain what Industry 4.0. And say someone say, oh, by the way, we have what else? Metaverse. And say, oh, I think Meta Factory is Industry 4.0.
Yeah.
Now someone say like that. So this meaning, I think it's changing a little bit.
Correct.
Okay. So that's why entrepreneurs more confused.
Sure.
Right. So in a sense, but I think the terminology it doesn't matter. The core part is actually if we put the company in the middle, we can deliver or we can explain the right the message and the value and the what to do. So, and everything must to start from there, not us. And that's now my insist my contribute to Korean society. Korea was vice the different direction. So government thought, oh, we can lead everything, we can make everything perfect. But not really, because government thought, okay, I can provide technology, I can provide leadership, I can provide even funding.
Yeah.
So follow me. And again, if you don't put the company in the middle, they confuse. And we made trial, error, mistake, and so on. Now it's getting improved because we understood how is this really mistake. So
it does take government and the company work together though, because this is a much bigger than just one company.
Right.
It need to be connected.
So government, their role is two things. Number one is a policy. They provide the policy.
As policy.
Number two, they provide some funding budget to help them. So this is the major role, and they hire some institute or organization, and so they implement actually. remain with the company.
Yeah.
So, by the way, this policy is so important because this is a kind of the guideline to implement everything. So, I think what Korean government did a good job is one hand they provide everything by direct management. One thing, but the other thing is they ask some major big company like Samsung or Hyundai to implement this. So this company has a lot of tier 1, tier 2, and so on suppliers.
Sure.
So they have leadership.
Yeah.
And they are working together with medium size, small size, at the same industry level.
Yeah.
So this is good because they understand quite good. Okay. So I think this is one successful factor what Korean government
Did.
did.
And they were ahead of other countries, apparently. When do you think the Korean government started?
Since 2014.
2014. Oh, those are past.
That's some next years. Actually, at the time, Korean president, she visited Germany. She got some idea there. And she returned back on Korea, and then she ordered, okay, we need to do something similar what German does.
Yeah.
So that was
Nice.
what government.
So she didn't waste her time when she was a German. She brings something really bad.
Anyway, there was some delay from Germany to Korea to get this one. So I would say minimum it took 4 years. Okay?
Yeah.
Because German start this 2011 in Hanover. They announced this officially.
Yeah.
April 2011. So
Yeah.
it took 4 years to be in Korea.
But still, I think Korea is much ahead of US, ahead of China.
That's a quite interesting symptom in Korea. And Korea is, as you can see here, a pretty small country. So 50 million people stay, maybe 10 core downtown.
Yeah.
So very high density. So it's easy to communicate with face-to-face meeting, whatever.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the online as well. So when we find something new, so people start to join quickly and cross study.
Yeah.
And if someone is just other, then we also again study, join.
Yeah.
So I think that I don't know when we start like this, but it's keep going now.
I see.
Or accelerating.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why maybe someone say, "Oh, Korea is very strange." They didn't initiate, but they quickly catch up.
Yeah.
And they are going forward much faster than the other. Yeah. So maybe that's the
information transfer super fast. Because you use for concentrated and close with
So small country, that's sometimes
benefit.
Yeah, disadvantage, but benefit. No.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, Korea made a humongous progress. With the car industry, Hyundai wasn't even exist, but now they're almost number one. And then the same thing with Samsung. There's extremely vertically integrated from chip all the way to TVs to In America, everybody has something from Samsung. His phone, appliance, and small appliance, anything can be from Samsung. But it's really impressive. Like I said, they can be such a leading example for other companies in Korea than to follow the path once you identify something. So that's really cool.